Hello students, in the last video we learned about the electrical properties in solids like metals and insulators. We have seen that there is a conduction band and valence band. In metals there are the more free electrons in the conduction band, so they show the electrical conductivity. But in case of insulators, there is a forbidden gap between valence band and we can say this conduction band. So electrons cannot be promoted to the conduction band and hence they are the bad conductor of electricity. Today we are going to study about the new topic, that is the semiconductors. These materials are there, actually they are, we can say that the insulator at a low temperature, and they conduct electricity at high temperature, so they are called as a semiconductors. Semi means half. So let us see how it happens, how they show the, we can say this, how they conduct the electricity. So, if we compare the electrical conductivity of the metalloids, or we can say the semiconductors and the insulators and metals one, it is intermediate between the, we can say, the metals and insulators. The generally these metalloids like silicon and germanium, they are the semiconductors one. Like insulators, valence band in the semiconductor is completely filled while the conduction band is empty. Then there is a, we can say, small energy gap between these two bands, this conduction band and we can say this valence band. You can see in the figure. There is a small gap between the this conduction band and the valence band. As the temperature above absolute zero, means if the temperature increase, then a few electrons from the valence band jump to the, we can say, this conduction band, then they occupy some, we can say, higher energy conduction band. This conduction, thus when the, we can say that here the conduction band is partially filled while at the same time valence band is partially empty one, then the electrons which are coming in the conduction band are free to move, and when electric potential difference is applied to semiconductor, it conducts a small amount of electricity. Such a pure semiconductor material which has very low but finite electrical conductivity is called intrinsic semiconductor. So here a pure semiconductor is there which does not contain any impurities one, but it conducts electricity in small amount. Then that type of the semiconductor is called as intrinsic semiconductor. Then there is, we can say that the in intrinsic semiconductor, the electrical conductivity of semiconductor is increase with increasing temperature. If we increase the temperature, the electrical conductivity will increase one. Here it is because of the, we can say that the electrons from the valence band are promoted to the conduction band. So here we can say at high temperature there are more free electrons, mobile electrons in the conduction band, and so it creates more vacancies in the valence band one. And we can say here it shows the conductivity at high temperature. So I told you semiconductors, they are actually the insulators at low temperature and the conductors at the high temperature. Now there are, we can say that the some semiconductors are there which contain impurities, and because of impurities it shows some electrical conductivity. So that we can say semiconductors which shows the, we can say that the uh, conductivity one which contain impurities one, and even they have the, we can say, higher conductivity than intrinsic semiconductor, they are called as a extrinsic semiconductor. So extrinsic semiconductor conductor means the semiconductors which contains some impurities one. Because of that impurities, they show the, we can say that the electrical conductivity, and this electrical conductivity is more than the intrinsic semiconductor one. So whatever impurities it has, that semiconductor has, that is called as a dopant. And the process of addition of minute quantity of impurities to semiconductor is to increase the cell conductivity is called doping. So doping is nothing but the process of addition of minute, means small quantity of impurities to semiconductor to increase the conductivity. It is called doping. And the whatever substances or whatever impurities added, that impurity is called as a dopant. So my dear students, go through the video again and complete the homework. Okay, thank you.